Hey, welcome back to Jim's Eye View, and I want to take you guys on a journey through this story. These young ladies on the screen here are heroes, and unfortunately, they're not getting their just due. The police didn't even want to comment on this particular story, but the story starts in Ohio, where a lady left her twin babies in a vehicle. The vehicle was stolen, and one baby was recovered alive from the airport. Whoever kidnapped them and took that car had put the baby out, but there was still one baby missing. Well, these girls came in, found the suspect, found the baby, and are true heroes in the story. But they posted a 16-part TikTok that I have put together into one video for your viewing pleasure. But I want you to take a look at it, share your thoughts, and I will follow up with my commentary.
All right, story time. How are we gonna start this?
We're gonna start from because apparently
let's
y'all
talk
are
about the
confused
topic. The
okay.
topic is yes, it's finding baby Kaysen. Matter of fact, I don't even want to say his name. We're just gonna say Baby K. Do I start over for you saying his name?
No.
Okay, yes,
keep it
Baby
going.
K. It's a lot of y'all out here basically trying to point the fingers, and we are really just some mothers that were, determined to find a baby and find a woman. Okay, so let's start off with how we found this lady. All right, since you
so it started as me going to the gas station in Indianapolis because, for one, she's not even from here. She's not from Indianapolis. This happened in Ohio. She came down here. We just gonna skip past all of that. I seen this lady at the gas station in Indianapolis. At the time, no, I did not know that was the lady that took them kids. I was not paying attention to that. She was outside the gas station selling toys. I just so happened to need some toys, and I bought some toys from her. But at the time, I didn't pay attention to nothing but what she had in her bag. I did not pay attention to her.
Right, and this was the 20th.
Right, so
She stole the car and kidnapped the kids on the night of the 19th. She dropped one baby off at the airport and kept one baby with her. But at this point, she didn't have no car. She didn't have no baby. She was just outside the gas station selling toys.
When I seen her, she was, exactly. So I bought the toys from her, and she asked me for a ride. And I asked her where was she trying to go to. The first thing was she didn't know where she was trying to go. The first thing she said was to a hood. And I'm like, well, what hood? And she's like, somewhere where they got some drugs at. And I'm like, well, what drugs are you trying to get? And she said crack. So I'm like, oh, I don't know where to get that from. Like, I can drop you off, but I don't know where you can get that from. So she's like, okay,
listen.
I did.
Okay.
She asked me for a ride. Part two, because it stopped. So, still at the time when she called me, or when I had called her back to see if she still had stuff for sale, I'm still not knowing that this is the person. I'm still not knowing. Of course, you speculating ass bitches that swear y'all detectives is gonna swear I knew this person, but I did not. But, back to what I was saying. I still did not know at the time that this was the girl that kidnapped these kids.
And at the time, I didn't even know baby.
To speed it up, to speed this up, I did not discover until yesterday night that I had a damn kidnapper in my car and I took her down the street to a plaza. I did not know this.
And this is the
I didn't know this.
21st when she's figuring all this out.
But I'm figuring all this out yesterday night because I was scrolling on Facebook and I seen a mugshot of this girl with like blonde hair and I'm like, damn, she looked familiar as fuck.
But mind you, the girl Nay,
she ended up telling me her name was May. She told me her name was May. So with me not really being, when I seen the mugshot and I'm like, this person looked familiar, but I'm not knowing from where. So it's still clicking in my brain. If I back up a little bit, the place that I dropped her off at, she ended up hopping out my car and she just pulled her pants down and started pissing me. In the world that we live in today, I pulled my camera out and I started recording her ass. But by the time she was pulling her pants back up, is like when I was pulling my camera out. So I only got a little bit of her on my video. So with the video that I had and the mugshot that I seen, I'm like, something is like, let me see. This looked like the person that I gave a ride to. So I went to the video that I recorded of her, and I went to the mugshot, and I'm like, this is the same fucking person. All I had was a side view of her with this video that I had, though. So I screenshotted the video. And the nose was the fucking same. The color was the same. Like, once I seen all that and I'm like, this is the same fucking person, I start digging. And I'm like, let me be 100% sure before I just send a fucking person to jail and I don't know if it's really them. Because a lot of black people look alike. Let's start there. So I'm telling my grandma, I'm like, grandmother, the lady I told you I seen at the gas station and I bought some stuff from, I think this is the same lady that stole these kids. And she's like, well, why do you think that? And I start showing her and telling her why. And she was like, well, you know, a lot of people do look the same, but, you know, it may not be her. So I kept digging and digging and digging and digging. I reached out to so many people. I'm like, listen, I think this is the same person, just to see if somebody else would say, yeah, that's the same fucking person. So I reached out to her.
Yes.
I reached out to her.
Yes. So when she reached out to me, I
sent her the shit.
She sent me the news article.
And I'll post that too, because y'all think a motherfucker out here pump faking or something. Like, no.
Yeah, so
I don't know that lady. My bad.
No, you okay. You okay. Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, so.
I did.
Okay.
She asked me for a ride. Part 2, because it stopped. So, still at the time when she called me, you know, or when I had called her back to see if she still had stuff for sale, I'm still not knowing that this is the...
Okay, so we are on part 3 of finding baby K.
Let me end that just...
Okay. So part 3 of finding baby K. Alright, so at this point, she contacted me so I can do my detective work. Of course, we are some top of the line detectives. So she sends me the screenshot of the article. She sends me the video of her peeing outside of the car and the screenshot. So I'm at work at the time. I'm looking and I'm like, okay, I can't really look, so I'll look at it tonight. I don't even think I even looked at it last night.
You didn't.
And a matter of fact, I did look at it last night. So I didn't really think nothing of it because I couldn't really see. So this morning, when she called and asked me what my thoughts was, I'm like, twin, I don't really know, but let me do my research. So I finally went and I'm looking at the news article. I'm looking at the mug shots. I'm looking at this girl. I'm looking at the timeline. I found the YouTube video of the girl, Nay, threatening to kill her baby's father or something like that because she apparently was abusing her own kids. So at this point, I'm looking for a video. I found a video and I'm like, okay, well, this looks like her. Like, I already seen that the nose looked like, but I was like, okay, I don't know. I got to see some more stuff. So I'm like, well, if she was in the car with her and she gave her a ride, she talked to her, I know she know what her voice sound like. So let me send her the video because I know she did not see the video of the lady on the YouTube. So I sent her the video of the lady on the YouTube while we on FaceTime. I mean, we're on the phone. So at this point, she's looking at the video. She hangs up. She calls me back. So when she called me back, she's like, twin, that's her. That's her.
Like that.
She was like, that's
confirmed.
her. Yeah, definitely was confirmed after
and I'm
that.
like, this bitch is
so
about to go to jail.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So of course, we ain't no police ass people. She didn't know what to do at this point. Now me, from previous situations, I know what to do. So I'm looked at the news article previously and I seen something about a detective. It's like, go get daddy, baby. So I seen something about a detective. So I instantly contacted the detective. I'm telling the detective everything that I know. I sent him a screenshot. He's like, okay, well, it sounds like her, kind of looks like her. You know, I need kind of more. So at this point, did you already talk about how she ate that and stuff like that?
No.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, at this point, she like, okay, well, she had some hair to do. At that point, I had hair to do. Everything was off limits. It was the main priority was finding to see if this girl was her and to find this baby. Exactly.
Mind you, I'm pulling up to the girl's house who hair I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah. I'm already at my hair appointment. And she's like, no, fuck that hair appointment. Let's go get this bitch.
Yes, let's go.
So I done told the girl who hair I'm supposed to be doing, another person that can vouch for the story.
Sorry, ma'am.
I told her, like, listen. I showed her, I said, look at this picture. I said, and she said, hold on, let me pull up the mugshot. When I showed her the video that I had, she said, that's you right there. She said, go ahead. Yeah, baby. I'm out of here.
So at that point,
and we headed over there.
She said, twin, I'm on the way. So she pulled up to me. Part 4. Okay, this is part 4 of finding baby K. So I think we left off at her pulling up to me. Okay, so this was this morning, the morning of the 22nd, 12/22/22. Remember that date? Now they said it was gonna be miracles, and best believe it was a miracle. So she pulls up to me instantly. I grab my choice of weapon, and we're headed off. We're on our way. So instantly, mind you, I already contacted the detective. Yeah. Okay. So at this point, she pulled up to me. I already contacted the detective. We are on our way out west. Okay, because that's the last place she's seen her. At this point, you did talk about her giving me address, did you?
I didn't talk about that part,
yeah.
but the girl, the night that, was it yesterday?
Yeah,
yesterday, when I talked to her, I'm like, I'm playing it off because now I know that it's her. So now I'm like, let me see if this bitch is still down here. Like, let me see how I can get this bitch locked up. Like, let me see what I can do. So now I called her and I played it off. I'm like, hey girl, you ain't, you never called me back. I had called the phone earlier and told him to have you call me when you woke up. And she was like, yeah, girl, like in and out of it. She just pauses a lot. So,
she repeats what you say.
So I stopped. Okay, so when I was on the phone with her, she was supposed to be getting me some stuff, like selling me some stuff. But I was telling her, I was like, okay, send me the address. What she don't remember is she gave me the address yesterday night. But what she said was, don't pull up over here until I call you. So I never pulled up over there. I wanted her to trust me. You feel me? So she would so I could get her locked up.
She never called her back last night.
She never called me back last night, so I let it rest. And when I woke up, the first thing I did was call her.
So we coming up with a plan. We coming up with a plan.
Definitely was coming up with a plan to figure out how we was gonna get her.
To her. How am I going to see if this is her? How are we going to get a confirmation?
Yeah.
What are we going to do? So I'm like, okay, well, we talking to the detective. We answering all the questions he done talked to. We done talked to the FBI. We didn't literally talk to everybody we could possibly talk to. The mother, the father, everybody. Like literally, while y'all pressing the issue, we didn't already talk to everybody. We've been talking to everybody all day. Every step of the way, we've been talking to people. Okay,
why y'all talking about we was just pulled over at this time and this happened at like
we're gonna get to that too.
Yeah.
Okay, so at this point, we get to the west side, and I'm like, call her, twin. So she's calling. She's like, hey, girl, what happened, girl? You gonna give me some stuff? Because she was asleep. The man answered the phone, and she was like, I just woke up. I can get it for you. You need some stuff? And like, yeah, we need some stuff. Oh, you need some stuff? She just kept repeating. She repeats everything that you say. So at this point, yeah, we need some stuff. She said, okay, can y'all get me some male clothing? Now that's strike one. It was. She didn't know I was in the car at this point. So that threw me off guard. So instantly we go to the closest store, and I'm like, twin, I bought the male clothes. I'm buying the clothes, so I need to see if this is her. At this point, so go to the store. We buy the male clothing. Okay, this is part 4. Okay, so this is part 5 of Finding Baby K. She's on her phone, I'm on my phone, so y'all can get the story from both pages. Okay, so we left off on the part of getting her some clothes. She asked us to get her some black clothing, so we went to Dollar General to get her some black clothing. Once we got the clothing, we're trying to figure out, like, how are we about to apprehend her? How are we about to do this? What are we about to do? So we asking the Dollar General people for help. Like, hey, we got this girl. We think that she kidnapped the kids. Can y'all help us? Like, she wants us to take her to go steal. So if we bring her here, can y'all lock her in here? So he's like, no, we can't lock her in here. Y'all can just call the police. But we don't want to alert her so she can just run away. We don't want to do that. So basically they couldn't help. So at this point, we left Dollar General with the clothes. We pulled back up to the street that she asked us to pull up to. So we like, hey girl. She like, hey girl, because she don't know I'm in the car yet. So she like, hey girl, I'm at the corner, where you told me you wanted to meet. She was like, well, pull down here where the Christmas tree at. And we like, Christmas tree, because we didn't already went past the house. We know the address. She just forgot that she gave us the address. Or gave her the address. So at this point, we ain't see no Christmas tree. Maybe she just talking about a tree outside, because it is a tree. And the house was a sea house, okay? If you know what that is, you a sea head. Yeah, that's what kind of house it was. For real. So she ended up coming outside like, oh, damn. So she knew that we seen her. She was like, I don't want y'all to see what house I don't want you to see what house it's coming out of.
Red flag after red flag.
Yes,
but I just wanted to confirm that this was really her before a motherfucker sent the people over there to the house.
You feel me? Right.
That's all what it was about.
Exactly.
Confirming. That's why she came with me to look at her too.
To look at her face.
Confirm.
I'm like, I can't really see, but I need to see her face, hear her voice, see if this is her. So you ain't gotta, feel like you crazy. So by all means, she finally came outside. She told us to pull out in front of the house. We pull out in front of the house. She gets in the car. So she's in the back seat. She grabs a bag that's on the floor outside, that's been outside, just getting rained on. Who knows what was in the bag? So she hops in the car. She hops in the back seat. We give her the clothes. I'm like, hey, girl. She, high. Of course, she instantly said she was high. Said she likes to do drugs. Yes, off a perk. And a car pulled up in front. So I'm like, girl, do you know who car this is? Because I'm
She didn't say nothing at first, so I asked her again. And then we seen a man come outside.
So she was like, oh, that's him. He's buying some C drugs. And she was like, I like to do C drugs. So at this point, I'm like, okay, girl, your choice is your choice. You can do whatever you want to do.
Trying to make her comfortable.
Make her comfortable as much as possible. So I'm like, hey, babe, your clothes is back there. You ready to change? What store you want to go to? Where do you feel comfortable? So at this point, she's not from here, so she don't know. She starts naming stores. So she named Burlington. She named, what was the other thing? Rainbow. And she named Papa John's.
But Papa John's is not by Rainbow. On here, man.
Okay, listen. So this is part 6?
I think it's 6,
okay, so we are part 6 of finding baby K and literally apprehending Nay. Her name is Nay. That's her name.
Nala, whatever the fuck.
Nayla Jackson is her name.
We calling her the kidnapper.
Exactly. All right, the drug addict kidnapper. That's what we're going to call it. A homeless person. She got a lot of names. Okay, so at this point, we got her in the car. There's a man in front of us buying drugs, and she's telling us her choice of drugs, and we're asking her where she wants to go. So she's naming these stores. Okay, now I want y'all to keep that in mind. She said Burlington. She said Rainbow. She said Papa John's. Now, these 3 stores is nowhere near each other, but still keep the stores in mind. All right, so at this point, she's taking too long to basically tell me where she want to go, and I'm the driver. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm about to just drive. So she did say Burlington. I'm like, okay, well, she wanted to go to Once Upon a Child. That's too far, baby. Once Upon a Child was too far, baby. So that's all the way in Greenwood. We ain't going
to Greenwood. Greenwood police better than IMPD.
But we still wouldn't have found the baby. If we would have went all the way out there, we wouldn't have been. We wouldn't have been thinking about what everything we was thinking about.
Yeah.
So we took her to Shoppers where we was going to Burlington, but in my mind, I'm driving. I don't know my way out west. I know my way out east. Yes, exactly. So I'm on my way out west, and I don't know where I'm going. I'm like, I feel like I'm going to Shoppers World. She like, damn, twin, you are going to Shoppers World. My bad. So I'm pulling in the Shoppers World lot. At this point, I was going in circles before we even pulled up to Shoppers World. She was like, slow down. She's starting to get nervous because we going in circles. She's like, okay, hold on. I don't know if I feel comfortable no more. Slow down. I'm like, nah, baby, it's cool. You feel me? I didn't know where I was going, but now I know where I'm going. So at this point, we get in the car, we drive into Shoppers World, we at Shoppers World. She's instantly like, one of y'all come in. Twin, like, I'm not going in. I'm like, you know what? I'll go in. She asked for my jacket. Baby, you ain't wearing my jacket. No, you can't. You ain't. So at this point, whole time I'm driving, I got my phone in my hand. I'm looking at the mugshot, and I'm looking in the rearview mirror, and I'm like, damn. This is really this girl. I'm looking at the nose. I'm looking at the star. I'm looking at the lips. I'm looking at her eyebrows. I'm looking at everything that I can possibly look at this girl to see if it's her. And the confirmation was just too crazy. So on the way to Shoppers World, I'm like, ma'am, do you have any kids? She said, no, I don't have kids, but I got a spiritual grandbaby. What do you mean a spiritual grandbaby? I'm like, well, how old is your oldest daughter? Or how old is your oldest kid then, since you got a spiritual grandbaby? Oh, I don't know. I said, well, baby, how old are you? I don't know. I'm y'all age. I said, well, baby, we old. You don't even know how old. Well, how old are y'all? I said, ma'am, I'm old. I got 5 kids. Okay, I'm old. I'm trying to throw her off so she can tell me her age. She's still
really so she can just be comfortable with being in the car with us, so we can figure out how the hell we about to get her ass apprehended.
So I tell her, hey, I'm an advocate for kids.
On here, man. And it's longer.
All right, so this is part 6 of finding baby K and apprehending A. So we just left off on the part of her. We getting her comfortable in the car. We asking her questions. We're seeing how many. Does she got some kids? She said no, but she do have a spiritual grandbaby. Okay, now that threw me off guard because what do you mean spiritual grandbaby? I'm thinking like, okay, does she do something to the baby? But how am I gonna ask her? Does she do something to the baby? Like I'm
gonna throw it out.
Yeah, we throwing it out.
Anything about her doing what?
Yes, she's gonna hop out this back.
So we had to play it the way that we played it.
And I'm so glad that we played it the way that we played it. So at this point, I'm like, well, ma'am, I'm a counselor for kids. She like, are you a counselor for adults? Twin, like I am. And I was like, yeah, I can be a counselor for adults. You know, do you want to talk about some things? And she was like, I do nails. I can do your nails. And she just got that. So Taryn was like, well, I do nails. And she was like, well, can I do your toes? Can I do your toes? She was just so happy about doing somebody's toes and doing somebody's nails. And she just kept asking, she was AWOL. She said she was high for Percocet. She said she kept asking us, can we get her some drugs?
Pregnant and
yes.
she needed to stop doing drugs and smoking and
yes.
she was pregnant.
Yep, she's talking about going to rehab.
She was all over the place. She was
literally all over the place. It didn't make sense. At this point, it was just like, man, what are you talking about? So, after I said that I was that for kids, she wanted to do some nails. Okay, she wanted to do your toes. What else? What am I missing?
Shit, by this time, we just trying to figure out what store did she want to go to.
Yeah, so we like, what
we
she
didn't want to
hold
it down, twin. You can let it go.
Oh, I can. Press
You're
it.
only supposed to just press it and let it go.
Okay,
it down, so
I get it. My bad. I'm new to this social media stuff. Okay, so it's okay. So at this point, we talking to her and she asking us what we need. I'm like, can you get some baby stuff? Now I'm trying to get in your head. Can you get some baby stuff, baby diapers, baby clothes, baby this, baby that? She was like, yeah, everybody pregnant? Everybody pregnant?
Yeah.
When I was like, wow, you pregnant? She gonna say no. And then that's when she was like, oh, well, I might be pregnant. It was just too much. She was everywhere.
She was definitely everywhere.
Definitely everywhere. So at this point, we finally make it to Burleson. So at this point, we're at Burleson. We're outside. I go in there with her to make her feel comfortable. I'm like, well, baby, are you gonna put your clothes on? She said, I'm gonna change in the bathroom inside of Burleson. So I'm like, okay, ma'am, whatever you talking about, whatever. So we get to the door and we go in there. I really wasn't trying to walk in there with her, but okay. So she gets in there. She got to check in because she got a Shoppers World bag. We didn't even go to Burlington. We went to Shoppers World. I'm sorry. So she got a Shoppers World bag, and the man stopped her like, "Hey, are you doing a return?" She's like, "Yeah." So I instantly start walking off because I'm going around the store and I'm on the phone with the detective in Columbus again. So I'm like, "Hey, detective, I did what you asked me to do. They're not answering the phone. I don't know what you want me to do." Basically, they giving me the runaround. So at this point, what do you want me to do? Nay. Okay, so I believe the last part we left off us when we was going into Shoppers World. So we went into Shoppers World. She's checking in because she got a bag and I guess that's how she was gonna steal. I don't know. So she had a bag from Shoppers World. So we going in here.
I gave her the bag.
Yes, Twin gave her the bag out the trunk. That's why. Okay, so Twin gave her the bag out the trunk. And she tried to get my jacket. I'm like, nah, baby, you ain't wearing my jacket. Twin, do you got another jacket? And we got this on record because we was recording her voice at this point. We need to get every piece of evidence that we can. So, at this point, we go into Shoppers World. She's checking in. I'm walking around the store because now I'm on the phone with the detectives in Columbus, and he's telling me to call the FBI. He's like, "There's a reward," and I'm like, it ain't even about the reward. I'm trying to figure out how we about to get her away from me, away from us, and into our custody.
Like,
no, for real. Trying to figure it out because she didn't say nothing about the baby. She didn't mention the baby. She didn't even seem like she had a baby. The baby wasn't even crying.
Was breastfeeding, Twin. That probably was breast milk in that bottle that you
That's
said.
what I was saying. That's what I was like. And then that sounded like I know. So I'm like, okay. So at this point, she's inside. She's checking in. I guess she's taking forever. But I'm walking around. I'm like, okay, detective so and so. I'm here now. I called the IMPD. They're talking IMPD. I am so upset. These people gonna ask me, well, what y'all want me to do? What do you mean? I said, don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. I hang up on them. I called the detective back. I said, look here, detective. Do I need to walk her in here at gunpoint to the police department at this point? And I was laughing about it, but I was so serious. Like, at this point, what do I need to do? I said, at this point, I'm about to go drop her back off.
And they wasn't trying to make a motherfucker think that we're crazy. This is not her. Like, so they even was about to let the lady go, but we ain't gonna get to that part
yet. So at this point, now we inside. I'm still inside. So she comes back outside. While she's outside, the people call her phone. The people who
that was before the girl made it back out to the car.
Yeah, so
before she made it back out to the car, somebody called my phone 2 times. Mind you, she had my number. So the uncle, I'm assuming, because this is what they said when they called my phone.
How she was
is who gave these girls my number. So when they called me, she was still in the store and the girl was still in the store. So I answered, but I was on the phone with my daughter's grandma at the time. So I'm like, hold on, let me call you right back. Somebody, is clicking in. So I clicked over and I'm like, hello? They're like, is Nayla with you? And I'm like, who? It clicked on me. I'm like, who? They like Nayla, the girl that you picked up from my uncle's house.
She stole from my uncle.
She stole something from my uncle's house.
She told us her name was Ma and Dominique.
May, girl, quit saying
May.
Ma.
My bad. May, Ma. Yeah,
May.
M-A.
She told me her name was May. That's why she keeps saying Ma. She didn't know the girl name. She told me her name was May.
Yeah.
So
she got to saying Dominique when she got in the car.
Yeah.
So she finally
she
comes
told
out.
me to add her on Facebook.
And
I
then
asked her what her Facebook name was.
And I don't know.
She got quiet.
Yeah. Okay, so this is part 9. Okay, I think this is part 9. Not for real. This is so many goddamn parts. Okay, so part 9 is finding baby K and apprehending Nate. So we inside of Shopper's World. She's trying to steal, but she's caught up. They call her phone saying the name Nayla. So this is how we know it's her. This is the final confirmation.
I'm like, okay, this is confirmed.
Final confirmation that we needed.
Let's get these police to us. Like,
exactly.
I swear to God, when I got that phone call,
she's blowing me up.
I'm blowing her up to tell her like.
Get out here.
Know that it's her.
Get out
like,
here and get out here fast.
Come on.
Okay, I'm telling y'all better get y'all one of these. Y'all better get y'all one of these. Okay, so Nayla makes it out before me, and I'm still on the phone with the detective. So I'm making it seem like I'm on the phone. I'm like, I don't know what to do at this point, sir. I'm trying to use all my options here. Like at this point, I'm getting fed up. They're getting on my damn nerves now, the IMPD. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm about to just take her back to the house. So I get back to the car. She's letting me know, like, what took you so long? And I'm like, well, my bad. I'm on the phone with my fiance. Mind you, I was lying. So, she like taking me to Dollar Tree. So now we have the Dollar Tree. We passed the Goodwill. She gonna say go to Goodwill.
Yeah, she
go to Aldi's. Go to Aldi's and Goodwill.
Aldi's right there, Goodwill right there, girl. Who
baby,
you be stealing for? Not me.
Exactly. So at this point, she like, okay, what y'all need out here? We like, okay, get some household. So I don't know, get some Gain or get some Dove. We don't even know at this point.
We're just trying to tell her anything to get the police.
So I'm on the phone with the detective again. I'm like, hey, we at Dollar Tree. She went inside. So the police called me back. So I'm on the phone with the police and I'm like, hey, well, we're here at Dollar Tree. They're asking, ma'am. They were pissing me off so bad, y'all. I got my patience was running thin at that point. Yeah. So I'm like, look here. I said, she's inside Dollar Tree. What kind of car are you in? Ma'am, you don't even need to know what kind of car I'm in. She's inside the store. Go get her. So at this point, I'm like, okay, by the time y'all come, she gonna be outside. I said, we are in a so-and-so car, and this is what we about to do. We about to pull off. I said, y'all can just pull us over, okay? So she comes out fast. When I say this girl is a real thief, this baby was in there in and out, full stockings, full of things.
She had a lot of stuff in her
hand. She was only in there for 10 seconds, 30 seconds tops. 30 seconds tops.
She did that quick.
I look in the back, I'm like, okay. So now we pulling out of the parking lot. I'm seeing cops pull in. So it's a car in front of me taking forever to turn. I'm blowing my horns to notify the cops that's around us that's looking for our car to see us. No, still didn't see us. At this point, now I'm really pissed off. So she's about to turn left. I'm like, twin, well, we getting on the highway to the right. So twin she turns to the right. She's like, oh yeah. So at this point now the police is calling me back because they're like, y'all not at Dollar Tree. I'm like, babe, I'm on 65 South. I'm headed home, babe. That's where I'm at, babe. I'm headed home, babe. To the kids, babe. I'm headed home. So at this point, they hang up because now they know that we on 65 South. They know what kind of car we in. They know the. All right, so this is part 10, y'all. We ain't even getting to the end. We ain't even.
Boy, we ain't close to the end, baby.
No, we not close to the end whatsoever. Okay, so okay, now the police know what kind of car we in. The police know who we got in the car. The police know what to do. They know where our location is. So now I'm getting anxious. I'm getting excited. I'm getting anxious.
Honey.
So we already know. So twin, like, put your seatbelts on. The police is coming up fast.
We playing it off now to make it seem like we not setting her up.
Exactly. So at this point, I'm like,
video,
so that's why the live video y'all hear us in.
It's her being set up.
Yes,
we were supposed to get pulled over.
Yes, we were.
That was part of the plan.
That was part of the whole plan. So all that extra stuff, this is the truth is here for y'all. Yeah. So it was two lives actually. Baby. The first live got deleted.
No, the first live is still there. The second live got deleted because we were cussing and threatening and doing stuff like that. So they deleted it and blocked me.
Right. So now the police is behind us. I'm trying to signal them. I'm over here pressing her windshield wipers and not the signals.
The light.
The light. Yeah. So they don't see that I'm trying to signal them. So anyway, they finally pull us over. So I'm like, oh, nobody seen you stealing. So twin, like, nobody seen y'all stealing.
I'm looking back like,
and I'm
anybody
like,
see you stealing?
Dang, girl. I was like, how? I was like, throw everything on the floor. Throw everything on the floor.
I'm telling her, I'm like, everybody put your seatbelt on.
Yeah.
Everybody put your seatbelt on.
So she over there, she like, what? Huh? I'm like, the police is behind us. Instantly, she grabs her baby's twins stuff.
Yes,
Baby's
my daughter's pants.
Pants wrapping around her face, cover up her eyes. Now she's slouched out, got her hand at her shirt. Now she's super uncomfortable. Now she's acting super weird.
Weird as
so
fuck.
Instantly the cop come over there and say everything that they said. First of all, we thinking that's the 52 fake off. Nah.
Yeah, he talking about my plates, my bumper.
Too
Bitch,
much.
look here. You're supposed to be getting a fugitive.
The fugitive
What are you
at
doing?
the car. Exactly.
Who's worried about this car? I'm
so
gonna
the
get it
cop
fixed.
come to my window. She's like, did you call the police? No, I didn't, ma'am. You was not supposed to be coming up to my window.
Not supposed to be saying that. They was not getting with the program at all.
Come on, where's y'all player? Where is that? What is going on? Y'all don't know how to set people up at this point. It's pissing me off. So I'm like, no, I didn't call the police, but I'm showing her my phone that I just got off the phone with the police. I'm showing her my phone that the news article of this girl, because she's like, who is that in the back seat? Her name is Ma. Her name May. Her name
just
is
going to say her real name now.
Her name
Shit,
is
it's really
Nayla,
her.
right? But no, I'm telling the police her name is May. Ma, whatever I told them. I was like, I don't know her. She was like, is she not feeling well? Because the way she was covered up. I said, I don't know. So at this point, they asked Twin to get out the car. Twin is back there talking to him. She asked me for my ID.
They took
I don't
me
have
out
my
like
ID.
I was the kidnapper, bitch.
But I'm like, I got my
me.
gun on me. So she asked me to take my stuff off. I take my stuff off. I put my gun up there. At this point, I'm like, ma'am, I need to get out this car. Like, my anxiety's to the roof. And she's like, no, it's okay. It's okay. So finally, they start asking questions to the girl in the back seat.
Finally. Y'all, they should have did that from the jump.
Boy, it took them like 3 minutes. So
It
finally,
took them a minute to even hit their lights and pull me over. I'm trying to swerve a little bit.
Literally
Let me
3
swerve
minutes.
a little bit.
So
Pull me over.
no, for real. Here, they need to hear everything. Sick ass bitches. Okay, so now we at this is part 11. All right. We're at part 11 of Finding Baby K and Apprehending A. So we pulled over, y'all. Finally, we was pulled the F over, okay? So we pulled over. At this point, the police is acting super strange. Like, y'all don't know all the information I gave y'all.
Literally.
Y'all not putting one and one together to make two. Y'all getting one and one, putting one and one together and making 9. Like, what do y'all think? Come on now. So she's out, Twins at the car at this point. They asking her questions. They still asking me questions. I'm giving her my phone, like, call my fiance. And I gave her my phone with the news article. So the news article is telling her everything.
Without us having to say it in front of her.
Her in the back seat. So at
They
this
still
point,
acting dumb.
Still acting dumb. So at this point, I'm like, okay, she takes my phone. She's showing it to other people. Okay, so now they go over there to her car. They open up her door. They like, well, what's your name? She was quiet for 2 minutes. She didn't even say nothing. I swear to God, when she didn't say shit.
I was out the car.
When they asked her name, baby, she didn't say nothing. She didn't say nothing. And then they was like, well, ma'am, you know, she was like, I'm a minor. Can you call my mom at 614 something. My parents told me not to talk to the cops. I can't give you any information. I'm a minor. I don't know my name. I don't know. I don't know this. And I don't know this. She was acting, I couldn't. Like, at this point, I was trying to give them the information that they needed without asking me.
Right.
So I'm even writing her name down. I'm like, give me a pen and a piece of paper. And I wrote Nayla Jackson down. So I'm giving them every clue that they need. And they're still pissing me off because they're not putting 2 and 2 together. So at this point, she's acting real slow. She has a wallet. She pull out the wallet and you see the ID. The police is like, well, ma'am, I see the ID. So this could either go 2 ways. We can be here for hours or we can be here for minutes. Whatever you want to do, this is how we can do it. You know, it's up to you. You pick and choose what you want. What are they asking for? Ma'am, they're asking for your ID. Okay? Ain't that your ID right there? Because she told us she didn't have ID. We done missed the part. She was even asking her because she worked underneath her to get paid. She was trying to stay here in Indianapolis.
Yeah, she had it.
Work.
She kind of seemed like this. Yeah,
baby. She was trying to work.
She didn't care about getting that baby back or none of that shit.
Nope.
Like, she was a dirty bitch.
Yeah, so at this point, they asking her questions. They look at the ID. So now they look at the ID. They pull me out the car. Now they pull me out the car and they're like, okay, well, we don't think that's her in that article.
The officer that pulled me out was like, well, why do you think that it's her? So I pulled my phone up because I was still live at the time. So I'm like, let me end this live and let me show you on my phone why I think that this is her. So I show him the video that I told y'all about in the other videos that I took of her. I showed him that video. I showed him a screenshot and I showed him her mugshot. But he has told us to let her, to go drop her off at a
homeless shelter.
Yeah, at a homeless
shelter.
They
asked me the same question. So now we at part 12, right? Yeah, we're at part 12. So the police has got both of us out the car. They're asking, why do we feel positive for 2 seconds? All right, go ahead. Why do we feel like it's her in a news article? We're giving them every information that we can give.
Every detail.
We're showing them every article.
Everything that points back to her.
Every mugshot, everything. They're like, well, the ID she showed us looks like her. Twins like, that is my cousin's ID and blah, blah, blah.
That she got from out of my back seat.
The woman officer, she's like, okay, hold on, wait a minute. How does she know the name on the ID? You know what I'm saying? Like, this don't make sense right now. So something's off with this girl. They like, well, I don't know. Y'all just need to get rid of her, put her at a homeless shelter, just drop her off. We're like, what?
They was not putting her in handcuffs.
So Twin is getting upset. She's like, okay,
I was outdone because now at this point I'm trying to think, well, what the fuck do we do next?
Exactly.
Like, what do we do next? What do we tell this bitch?
Exactly. Now
if we got to pull off with this hoe, what we got to drag her to the police station? Like, what the? They pissed me off for real. They did.
So at this point, I'm like, no, there is no way, because Twin was showing them a mugshot when she had her orange hair. Now she had black hair, but she was still bald-headed. So I said, take my phone, this mugshot right here, tell her to take everything off of her face, and you're going to see it's her. They grabbed my phone.
Them motherfuckers try to make us think we was crazy on my life. They told us that was not the motherfucking girl in that mugshot.
And it was.
So why y'all sitting up here trying to throw stones at us? Throw fucking stones at IMPD, bitch.
That's what y'all need to be throwing stones at.
Because they wasn't about to take her ass.
We the true detectives. We the true ones.
We wasn't letting it fucking rest.
FBI better.
But they definitely let it rest.
Better get y'all one of these.
Forget all these.
They better get y'all one of these. Okay, so at this point, the female officer, it was 2 female officers and like 3 males. So it was me in the video saying, oh, we getting pulled over. We was not stealing from Walmart. We was never even in Walmart. We never even got out the car to steal anything.
We never even went to Walmart.
Never went to Walmart. Exactly. Stupid people. We never even stole nothing. We was letting her do the stuff so she can get caught inside the store. So we can figure out the best way to get her locked up. Exactly. So y'all stupid. Y'all not even making sense.
Y'all not putting 2 and 2 together just like the IMPD.
Like us. Exactly.
Y'all slow,
y'all are the IMPD. Exactly.
Y'all doing a horrible job.
I'm like, the female officer, she grabs my phone. She tells the girl to take all the stuff off her face. Ding, ding, ding. They said, yep, everybody
grabbed her ass up out of there.
That car so fast.
Yeah.
Twin showed the live of her getting at the car and getting put in handcuffs and all that. But Mark blocked her. Yeah. Of course he would. Because we was talking about so much stuff after that. So we in the car. We waiting like 30 minutes out in the car, really.
Yeah, they
basically waiting on them to give me my gun and say that we was released, all type of stuff.
Yeah.
Finally released us. When we finally get released, they we give them our information. They tell us, hey, that a lot of officers and stuff will be contacting us. That's perfectly fine. We leave, but we had already this is not when we contacted people. Right after we leave, we okay, so part 13, y'all. So at this point, police finally got her out the car. She's finally in handcuffs. Finally, so we waiting forever. They finally let us go. As soon as they let us go, I'm like, okay, well, let me contact the mother. So I'm trying to find the mother. I find a finding casings page. I'm like, okay, well, she's apprehended. You know, the family needs to contact IMPD so they can get some further leads or however it needs to go. They blocked me like, that's not true. Because they was like, where's she at? I'm like, well, she was found in Indianapolis, Indiana. That's not true. I need to block her and da-da-da. So they blocked me. Okay, all cool, all fine, all dandy. I don't care. So I kept doing research. I'm seeing on people page and I see something to say the mother's name. I don't want to disclose the mother's name and I'm not. So I find the mother and I see that she has not been on Facebook in so long, but I inboxed her anyway. I see something to say update. It was her Instagram. I go on her Instagram. I DM her on Instagram. Still no response. I try to call her on Instagram. Still no response, but that's okay. So something's telling me look at her story. I don't even be on Instagram like that. So my name is Mika Monet on Instagram too.
Meksha.
Exactly. As far as Facebook, y'all can find everything on Facebook too. So with Mika Monet. So I go to her story. First thing I see on her story is something to say 10K reward Dion Green. So I see a phone number. I'm like, twin, call this phone number. So we call the phone number and he's like, hey, what's up? And we like, hey, you know, we're so-and-so. So instantly, we're telling him everything that we know. He believes us instantly. But he contacts the family and let the family talk to him and let the family hear.
Yep, he put the daddy on three-way with me. And the daddy automatically assumed that it was like some people just trying to get some money.
Trolling, yeah.
And was lying.
And we was not trolling whatsoever. So I was like, well, you can call MPD. Our names is already in there. They got everything we need in the police report. Everything is real. You know, we just contacted you so y'all can know. And y'all can get further leads. So, you know, we apprehended her. We telling them everything that we know. We even sending pictures and videos. So they finally believe that we know what we talking about this point. They finally know that we know what we talking about. So at this point, we talking to the family now. Close contact with Deion Green and the family. Shout out to Deion Green and the family for talking to us and telling us what we needed to know. We trying to get pictures of the car at this point because now we like, okay, we about to go back to the house. The address to see the police is telling us. The police is telling us that they're waiting on a warrant outside the house. Poppy, go back in the room. So the police is telling us that they're waiting on a search warrant to go inside the house. So we drive past the house because we know we seem like a Honda outside, but we don't know what to actually look for. So we finally go back to the house. We ride past. We see so many police officers outside, front and back. My kids in here acting a fool. Get out of here, Pablo. Go on somewhere. Yeah, better get y'all one of these. I'm telling y'all, part 14.
And y'all think we had something to do with it. We don't even want these kids. Shit, trying to get this girl girly. They gone. They need to go on and go. It's winter break.
All y'all kids, go in the room now. Okay, so this is part 14 of finding baby K and apprehending Nay. Nayla is apprehended at this point. So now our main goal is to find baby K. So we know that she ain't saying nothing about the baby. So now we sitting and we contemplating with each other. We getting something to eat at this point, and we figuring out what she done said. We thinking about everything. Looking in the back seat, it's a bottle of alcohol, but I even asked the officer to smell it and see if it was milk. I'm like, okay, is this milk in here? Is this alcohol? I don't want to smell it.
He said it wasn't alcohol.
He said it wasn't
alcohol.
alcohol.
Like alcohol.
Yeah, but he said it was sweet. It didn't smell like breast milk, but I'm like, this looked like it was some breast milk because I breastfed a couple of my kids, so I know. So I'm like, there's no way. This is weird. So we look at in the back, we find a bus schedule. So the bus schedule was our number one
fucking
lead.
clue. Like
it was our number one lead.
Yeah.
At this point. She's apprehended. We know that they already went to the house. There's nobody in the house. The doors is up wide open. The police is in the front and the back. We don't see no Honda outside. We thought we seen one earlier, but we like, nah, they said it was wrecked and damaged. Nah, this can't be it. So, okay, at this point, we are going through the bus line. Okay, she said 25th, or the bus 25 line, however you say it, on the 16th Street. We know that she was everywhere. So this bus line is showing everywhere that she can possibly go. 56 in Georgetown, where she first seen her.
Yep.
And all the shopping centers that she was seeing in Speedway. So go in the room and shut the door. So now we're in Speedway. So we're in Speedway Plaza, and it starts snowing real bad down here. The weather's bad down here, but we didn't care at this point. We're driving, so we went everywhere out there on 16th Street.
Yeah, we went from damn it Coles all the way
east side
down
to the west side.
Rainbow.
Yes,
like we searched that whole parking lot.
The whole parking lot for that car. We did not see it. We even went on the other side and started searching. And then we like, well, what if the car turned off somewhere? If she just hopped on the bus? So now we following the bus line. So we head back to 16th.
No. As we're heading back down that way from searching the parking lot,
we're calling
Deion called me.
Yeah, and I'm on the phone with detectives trying to tell them about the bus line.
They didn't answer.
So she's on the phone with Deion, which was perfect timing.
Yep.
We tell him about the car. He's like, well, if this is this. We like, well, it has
we
that.
seen a car that fits the description, but it wasn't
blue.
the same color.
It
but it fit
blue.
the dents, the bumper, everything.
Everything. She had Indiana plates, but we was like, she could steal some plates.
Right.
So we like, okay, this fit in the description. I said, but if they're certain that the car is black, then that's not the car. So we kept on driving. So now we on 16th Street. We remember.
She said Papa John's. She kept saying Papa John's, though.
She kept saying the university. She kept on saying the university. So we like, damn it. Yeah, better get your... Okay, this is part 15, and this should be the final part. So part 15, we remember that she said the university. We remember that she said Papa John's. We remember all this. So now we putting two and two together. Like, why would she say the university? We know that the street that we found her on was a couple blocks up, or maybe like 10 minutes away. It wasn't a couple blocks. It was like 10 minutes away. Mm-hmm. So we like, okay, well, why would she say the university? She has to remember this by something. The car might be over there. So we going that way to drive home. I'm like, well, wait a minute, twin. Just stop at Blaze Pizza. Thank the Lord. I kept telling her right before I said that she's on the phone with Deion.
Has a plaza with a lot of food places. Papa John's being one. Yep.
So at this point, I'm like, twin, God is with us. I'm telling twin, like, God is with us. We got faith. You feel me? God is with us. So we go to Papa John's. We turn in the Blaze Pizza parking lot. I'm like, twin. Instantly, I see the car. I'm like, Papa John's, go to Papa John's. She's on the phone. I'm like, no, I'm just playing. So she's on the phone with Dion. So I'm like, she's like, okay,
I'm telling
twin.
him, stay on this phone.
Yeah.
We think this is the car right
No,
here.
it wasn't
Stay on the
even. They
phone.
wasn't yet. You didn't even hear me yet. I'm like, twin, go to Papa John's. She's like, okay, Papa John's. Okay, twin. Okay, now. Okay. She's on the phone. She's not even listening. I'm like, twin, go to Papa John's. She said, you know what, Dion? Don't hang up this phone now. She said, we think that we see the car. So mind you, I seen the car was wrecked in the front. I seen it was wrecked on the side. When we pull around, she can see that it's a sticker on the car. We can see that there's no plates on the car.
Yep.
So as soon as we got close enough, I hopped out the car. I run in the car.
She checked the back door that
Dion
was locked.
told us what it said on the back of the car.
Yeah,
it said
he told us
Westside
that
City
sticker.
Boys.
He told us it was a sticker.
I seen that sticker. I was like, yes! I started screaming, y'all, my bad. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So she tried to open the back door. The back door was
not
locked.
open. So I ended up cutting my hand.
The driver door.
Open the driver door. At this point, I look in the back. I see baby legs. I don't hear a baby. All I smell is a foul smell. Now, instantly, at this point, I'm like, no! I'm screaming. She hears me screaming. She said no. She runs to go find the police. I'm so glad.
I ran in Papa John's. No, I ran in Papa John's, and I told him, I said, y'all need to call the police. This baby that got kidnapped from Ohio is out here in his car, and I thought he was dead, but thank God he was
wasn't.
not.
Yes, so at this point,
I told them, and then I hopped in my car because we hopped out the damn car. It wasn't parked or none of that.
Yeah.
We was in the wrong spot and everything, so I had to get back in my car. And as I'm bagging out, I see it's police over at the Blaze Pizza where we was originally supposed to be at anyway. I didn't run. I drove over there, honey, and I went in the Blaze Pizza, and I was screaming and yelling and telling them it was a baby over here in his car that has been kidnapped.
And we think the baby is dead.
They asked me what car. They asked me where at. Honey, I
so
left
in the
my
midst
car
of her,
there
in the midst of her being over there, I'm in the car. I'm unlocking the door. As I start screaming, I hear the baby screaming. So I open up the back door. I'm like, okay. I was telling the man, open up the back door. Open the back door. My anxiety was to the roof at this point. Open the back door. So at this point, we opened. He was safe. He was found out of the car. He was sucking on his fingers. So happy that he was alive. Grabbed him out of the car, instantly took him inside of Papa John's. I'm on the phone with police. Of course, you got to wait 3 minutes to get connected with somebody. So finally on the phone with police, and so excited that the baby was found. We was on the phone with Dion Green at the time of finding him. So joyous. He contacted the family on three-way.
I was blowing the mama phone up because I had previously talked to the mama and let her know that I found the girl that did it.
Yeah.
Honey, I was blowing his mother's phone up. I was so out. I got asthma. So, honey, I'm out of breath from running and screaming. And like,
and I was like so mad. I'm like, well, how long this car been outside? They like, it's been out there for like 4 days. Why ain't nobody reported? The lady gonna say, well, my manager told me to. But ma'am, you should have reported this car stolen.
And he would have been found much sooner.
Much sooner. But I'm so happy. The only thing that was wrong with the baby really was his diaper was funky. It needed to be changed.
Other than that,
she didn't care about the baby. She was not.
He was just so cute,
so handsome. I was so
he was looking at me
happy.
Like,
I was just like, baby K. It was a very joyous moment for us, and I was so happy to hear the mother's cries over the phone, and it was tears of joy. It was very beautiful. But to all the people that had the backlash, here is the story, the full story. Hear it first here, because we're not going to repeat it over and over again. Watch the videos and
y'all can watch the
take it however y'all want to take it. Yeah,
and you know, however y'all feel, that's
exactly.
fine. Y'all not paying us, y'all not making or breaking us, baby.
Nope.
And y'all not taking care of these badass kids we got over here either.
Okay.
So
hey, quiet. Everybody wants to cry, but everybody needs to go to their dad.
My baby.
My baby.
Okay, so thank you all for watching, and Pablo, say bye.
Kaylee trying to be a snitch.
Say bye.
When I say that was an amazing story, especially here at Christmas time when family is important, this baby was found safe and sound, just a soiled diaper, but the baby could have died, and there was a storm coming, a snowstorm, they said. So that baby definitely could have frozen in that vehicle, and the workers at Papa John said the car had been there for 4 days. So he could have also starved to death, but God was with him, and God was with these young ladies that were able to put all the pieces together, take time out of their day, money out of their pocket. The one chick said she had to cancel her hair appointment, what she was going to somebody's house to do, made it to the lady's house and explained to her, and then went on to go find this lady, and then subsequently find the baby that was missing. So I know that family that lost this baby is so overjoyed and so thankful for these two young ladies. I can't even imagine what it must feel like or what it felt like to be missing one of the babies. And thankful at the same time they got one back, but heart still hurting because they had another son that was just missing and didn't know anything about his whereabouts or what was happening to him. But it sounds like the lady was a crackhead that stole that car to get somewhere, wasn't concerned about this baby at all. I don't know why she took out one baby and left the other. Maybe she thought it would help her to get some money or something, to say, oh, I got a baby and I need some money or something. Who knows? But the mind of a crackhead. But they took the time out of their schedule to run around the city during a storm to try and find this baby, who they didn't know where this baby could have been. It could have been sold off somewhere, but for them to look up the bus route, go all down these streets on this along the bus route and try to find this car, a needle in a haystack, that is awesome, and they deserve to be commended. So kudos to these young ladies. This awesome ending to this story. And may they be blessed as well as this baby and their family. Hopefully they don't leave them in the vehicle ever again unattended, because things like this can happen even to people that are good parents. Typically just make a bad decision to leave their babies inside a vehicle that's running. Not a good idea, but hopefully they got it now. And just make sure that you take care of your babies, protect them. Don't leave them for a second in a running vehicle. I don't care if it's cold, you don't want to pull them out, they're asleep. It don't matter. Just get those babies. Well, I thank you so much if you made it this far through the video. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already. And until next time, peace.